Hi everyone, this is Dr. Cole Handy Jones here with your handy physical therapy tip of the day. If you've been following my balance series, this is the first exercise that I'm going to show you exercises for balance. Specifically, balance exercise for beginners with a few different variations to make it a little bit harder or a little bit easier depending on what level you're at right now. So let's get started. As a quick review, there are three main systems that control our balance. They are the vestibular, the visual, and the somatosensory system. The vestibular system is a series of tubes in our inner ear that are filled with fluid. This fluid acts kind of like a tiny bubble level that allows our head to fill where we're at in space and move accordingly with our body so we stay upright. The visual system allows us to see our surroundings and gives us feedback to where we're at in space to stay upright and move accordingly. And the somatosensory system gives us really important feedback from our feet, our knees, our hips, our low back to know where we're moving so that we can stay upright and move accordingly. If we're to work on these systems to truly improve balance, we need to find a way to address all three together and separately so we can address these systems. Hopefully the variety of exercises I'm going to show you is going to find a way to address each one of these systems in some part so that you can get better and stay upright and keep living the life you want to live. So a couple of quick things before we get started with these exercises. The last thing I ever want you to do is to be working on your balance and fall while doing it. So be very careful. I always recommend having something really sturdy in front of you can grab onto. So I'm going to demonstrate this by using a chair. Do not use a chair at home because chairs are kind of flimsy, you can fall. What I usually recommend doing is using your kitchen counter or especially your kitchen sink. Something really sturdy you can grab onto that's not going to go anywhere if you need to grab onto it and support your body weight with it. Okay? So imagine this being a kitchen sink or something really sturdy that's not going to fall over the place. Okay? I usually recommend for each exercise trying to hold it for a total of a minute. What that means, not necessarily a minute straight. If you're holding one of these certain exercises or balance exercises for a minute and you're going and you kind of stumble or fall or grab onto your kitchen counter, have to take a step, just come right back up, reorient yourself, and keep going. So you'd set your timer for a minute, click start, and then you go as long as you can until you have to stumble, fall, come right back up, and just keep going for a total of a minute time. Okay? I would try each one of these, but as I said, there are some easier and harder ones. So listen to your body. I want you to make it tough but doable. What that means, if you're just standing here nonchalant, it's no big deal, that's probably a little too easy. But at the same time, if you're standing here and every second you're having to grab on with your kitchen sink or you're having to take a step, that probably means it's a little too hard. So find something that's tough, where it does challenge you and every now and then you have to grab on or you kind of stumble, but also doable, where you can stay upright for the majority of the time. So let's get into it. Okay, so the first exercise is called a narrow balance exercise. So you'll be standing right in front of your kitchen sink, grabbing on. Take your feet and you're going to put them right next to each other. So I'm going to take my feet right here, put them right next to each other, hands on my sink. Then I'm going to hover my hands above the sink and just try to balance like this. Same thing that I said before, we're going to try to last for a minute. Okay? Now, if that's pretty easy, let me show you a couple of variations. And the variations, or the tweaks to these exercises, are going to be the same from exercise to exercise. Okay? So the first thing you'll try to do, standing like this, if it's really easy and you can do it for a total of a minute, you're then going to close your eyes. So I'll stand right here and close my eyes and just try to hold that. And even me, I'm starting to feel myself swaying a little more. I would try to hold that for a minute of time. Okay? Open back up your eyes. The next variation that I want you to try to do, standing with your feet together, hovering your hands above the kitchen sink, is take your head and you're going to turn it side to side as fast and as far as you can go without falling. Okay? So I'm going to go side to side. Kind of like that. Okay? For me, this isn't too bad, so I could probably go a little faster. If you find that you really struggle with this, go a little slower, or perhaps not even as far. So if you're just beginning, having a hard time with this one, just take your head a few inches to one side and a few inches to the other. Okay? Same thing, the whole time my hands are hovering above that kitchen sink to grab on if I need it. Okay? Then the last or toughest variation to this narrow balance exercise is going to be closing your eyes, hovering your hands above the sink, and taking your head side to side while you do that. Okay? So give that first exercise a try with all its variations and see how you do. The next balance exercise that I want to do that's a little bit tougher than the narrow balance is called a tandem balance. So the tandem balance, you're going to take one foot and put it right in front of the other foot. So I'm going to take my left foot right in front of my right foot, kind of like that. So my heel is touching my toe. And here I'll turn to the side so you can see as well. So my heel is touching my toe. Same thing, you've got your kitchen sink, your kitchen counter right in front of you, something really sturdy to grab onto, okay? This one, you're going to try to last for a minute, but you'll probably want to do, not probably, you'll definitely want to do 1 minute on one side, then 1 minute on the other side, okay? So you work an even amount, okay? So I'll turn and face you again so you can see me a little better. But I'm going to have my right foot right in front of my left foot, hover my hands above my kitchen sink, and first step is just balance like this for a total, as I struggle a little bit, total of 1 minute of time. Okay, so I'm going to hold that position. Okay, the next variation is going to be doing the exact same thing. Okay, so one foot in front of the other foot, and then you're going to close your eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes here. Makes me work a little bit. And same thing, you're going to try to last for a total of a minute time. Okay, now still staying in this tandem balance. We're going to open our eyes back up. And you're going to take your head and you're going to go side to side. Okay, same thing as fast and as far as you can within tolerance. Okay, and I'd make sure to do this on both sides, so a minute each side. Okay, and the last variation, the toughest one with this tandem balance, is going to be standing one foot in front of the other foot. Okay, eyes closed, and you're going to take your head and go side to side. And I'm struggling with that one a little bit, so just be careful at home. Okay, so that's the tandem balance with a few different variations that you can try. So the toughest version of these exercises is now going to be a single leg balance. So it's exactly as it sounds, okay? In front of your kitchen sink, hands touching it, stand on one foot, and then hover your hands, okay? And just try to hold it. I get asked all the time, well, should my foot be in front of me? Should it be behind me? Should it be at the side? I don't care. Just make sure that your other foot isn't touching this leg because it adds a little bit of base of support, okay? So just hover it to the side, hands above the kitchen sink, and try to hold that for a minute. Okay, and then we're going to go through the same variations as we did before. So, stand on one leg, balance, and you're going to close your eyes. Okay, try to hold it for a minute. Good, if that feels okay. And open back up your eyes. And you're going to take your head while standing on one leg and turn your head side to side. I've got my kitchen sink. Oh, sorry, my eyes are supposed to be open here. Eyes open side to side. My hands are above my kitchen sink. If I need to grab on, I can grab on right away. Okay, and then the last, or the toughest variation, is standing on one leg with your eyes closed and head going side to side, okay? As fast as you can go to really work that balance, okay? And of course, you want to do right leg and left leg evenly. Or if you do find that one leg struggles a little more than the other side, spend a little more time on that side. So for me, for example, I know my left side is a little worse than my right side. I'd probably want to maybe do 2 minutes on my left side versus 1 minute on my right side, or something like that. The last exercise that I want to show you now is called a tandem walk. So essentially it combines that tandem balance with actually walking and moving. Okay, so for this one I usually recommend finding a line that you can walk on. You don't have to have one, but it makes it a little easier if you have a line to actually do when you're walking on it. So I'm going to use this line in my tile here. Okay, you're going to put one foot on the tile and the other foot's going to go right in front of it, heel to toe. Okay, you're just going to walk forward, heel to toe like this. Okay. And go so far, and then come back the other way, okay? Some ways to make this a little harder depending on how you feel. If I walk like this, turning my head side to side, that makes it substantially harder, okay? Okay. You can also walk with closing your eyes and just filling one heel right in front, ooh, that's a little harder, right in front of your other foot, okay? Or the last one would be closing your eyes and turn your head side to side as we've done the whole time, okay? So close my head, eyes, head side to side as I'm walking, okay? It's a lot harder than it looks, so be careful, start slow and build, but hopefully these give you some good beginner exercise to really start working on your balance. If you learned something new and you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, share this with a friend you know is having a hard time with balance, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have some more balance videos coming out really soon, and I hope to see you there. Thanks so much. As fast as you can go with that head to really work your balance. As I'm walking, okay? It's harder than it looks, I promise. It's hard. Come do it.